was able to get an advanced copy of this fabulous CD. It'll be available to the public in January. So consider yourselves lucky because you heard it first here on the City World Radio Network. The first track from Lena Prima, my first featured artist. This was a big hit for Rosemary Clooney, and this is Lena's rendition of Come On My House.
Come on to my house, my house. I'm gonna give you candy. Come on to my house, my house. I'm gonna give you apple and a plum and apricot too. Hey, come on to my house, my house. I'm gonna give you pasta fagioli. Come on to my house, my house. I'm gonna give you eggs and dates and grapes and cakes. Hey, come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. My house, I'm gonna give you capicola. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you peach and a pear and a pomegranate too. Hey, come on to my house, I'm gonna give you pasta cuckoos. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you a scungil and a calamari too. Oh, come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, come on. Come on to my house, I'm gonna give you everything. Pasta fagioli, everything. Come on to my house.
Okay, all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana, we're listening to my first featured artist, Lena Prima, the daughter of late great Louis Prima Sr., and a pre-advanced copy of her fabulous new CD, Familia, that was entitled Come On to My House. Next track from Lena, this was recorded by her dad, a whimsical tune entitled Felicia No Capisce, Felicia Doesn't Understand.
Luigi met a beautiful bambina, and he melted like Farina when she played her little game. That night She made him dizzy as in vino. And you know just what I mean, oh. Felicia was her name. He took Felicia to Las Vegas, here's the story. She spent the weekend eating chicken cacciatore. But when he said, I'd like to kiss you, Felicia, no capisce. The way she gambled down the table wasn't funny. You should have seen the way she found to lose his money. But when he said, I'd like to squeeze you, Felicia, no capisce. She knew the names of all the eats. She knew the sweets, the vegetables and meats. But when it came to making love, she was as cold as yesterday's beats. No matter what she prayed, he'd bring her. He went and hopped to put a ring upon her finger. But when he said, I'd love to kiss you, Felicia, no capisce. He took Felicia out to Coney. She ate a fortune in zazits and macaroni. But when he said, I'd love to kiss you, Felicia, no capisce. You ought to see the things he bought her. He took her out and spent his money just like water. But when his heart got feverish, Felicia, no capisce. She understood, she heard him good when he said, have some real imported cheese. But when he said, give me a squeeze, you'd think that he was talking Portuguese. And all the time she was a Calabrese. He tried to make her feel relaxy. He even took her home to Brooklyn in a taxi. But when he said, I'd love to kiss you, Felicia, no capisce. Then he said, well, let me hug you, Felicia, no capisce. Then he said, well, let me get closer, Felicia, no capisce. Then she said, well, first let's get married, Luigi, no capisce.
Felicia, no capisce. Lena Prima. And let's give a shout out to my good friend, band leader, musician extraordinaire, Mr. Michael Rose, listening from the great state of Kansas this afternoon. And we continue with Lena Prima, my first featured artist once again this afternoon. This was a tune also recorded by Lena's dad, the classic Oh Marie.
times he's longing to be. Each night the moonlight reminds him of the times he held you tight. Oh Marie, oh Marie, in his dreams your vision to see. He's oh so lonely. Oh Marie, oh Marie.
From the CD entitled Familia, which means family in Italian, we are listening to selected tracks from Lena Prima, my first featured artist this afternoon. That was her rendition of O Marie, and let's give a shout out to Frank and Marnie Calamari listening in all the way from sunny Florida this afternoon. Next track from Lena, this is entitled The Darktown Strutter's Ball.
I got some good news, honey. An invitation to the Strutter's Ball. It's a very swell affair. All the highbrows will be there. Put on your high silk hat and a frock tailcoat. I'll wear my Italian gown and my new silk shawl. Ain't no doubt about it, babe. We'll be the best dressed in the hall. Vieni a pigliare come scelgo domani sera all'Otta Men's. Figli non fate tardi, arriviamo da quando comincia musica. Ricordati quando arriviamo da e ballo malata sulla mia. Bruciamo tutte scarpe belle quando balliamo la tarantella. Domani sera alla festa mezza strada. To get you in a push cart, honey. Better be ready about 8:30. Now, baby, don't be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey, the tarantellas, I wanna have them all. Gonna dance off both my shoes when they play the lasagna blues. Tomorrow night at the Darktown Strutter's Ball. mia piglare come scecuredo, domani sera alle 8:30. Figurami non è fatta tardi, arriviamo da quando comincia musica, ricordati quando arriviamo da. E ballo mala dalla sulla mia, bruciamo tutte scarpe belle, quando balliamo la tarantella. Domani sera alla placa party ball. I'll be down to get you in a push car, honey. Better be ready about 8:30. Now baby, don't be late, I wanna be there when the band starts playing. Remember when we get there, honey, the tarantellas, I'm gonna have them all. Gonna dance off both my shoes when they play the lasagna blues. Tomorrow night at the Dark Town Strutters Ball. Bruciamo tutte scarpe belle, gonna ballamo la tarantella. Domani sera alla placa party ball. Tomorrow night at the Dark Town Strutters Ball.
All the way from New Orleans, Louisiana, we're listening to my first featured artist this afternoon here on Lounging with Lombardi, right from the greatest city in the world, New York, New York, the Ducktown Strutters Ball. Once again, Lena Prima's CD Familiar, and once again, I want to thank Lena and her husband Tim for giving me this advanced copy, and it'll be available commercially in January, so consider yourselves fortunate once again to hear it first here on the City World Radio Network. We continue with Lena Prima. We have three more tracks left here. The next track was recorded by Lena's dad, Louis Prima Sr., and it's a little tune about a little tete-a-tete happening in the hallway. Josephina, please no Lena on the bell.
Josephina, please no Lena on the bell. When you moosha, please no pusha on the bell. You know mama wake up, and it is really a sin, the way you keep ringing, and you never come in. You can squeeze her all you please her, that's alright. But the bell, she know, can take it every night. You eat garlic so strong, how can he kiss so long? Josephina, please no Lena on the bell. Josephina, please no Lena on the bell. When you moosha, please no pusha on the bell. Every night you go neck with your fella Giuseppe. Your papa he dig it, but your mama no help. You can play a onesie twosie in the park, spin the bottle and schmamaddle in the dark. But when Josephine, please no Lena. Please no Lena on the bell.
All right, the fabulous Lena Prima. Josefina, please no Lena on the bell. Our next track from Lena, Lena's dad, Louis Prima Sr., was notorious for writing comical, whimsical tunes, and the next one is one of those tunes. This is entitled Please No Squeezer the Banana.
He's got the pomodoro, he's got the ensalada, he's got tutto cosa fruits. Riley the cop would always stop on the corner at Tony's fruit stand. He'd help himself to anything on which he could lay his hand. Riley did this quite often, plenty of fruit he would soften. So Tony got sore and inwardly swore, and he began to shout, "Oh no, here he comes again!" Hey, please, no squeeze a da banana, because when you do that, the banana you make it flat. Hey, please, no squeeze a da banana. When you squeeze it a plum, you put him on the bum. You touch a this, you touch a that, you touch a everything. You push a this, you push a that, you never buy nothing. Oh, please, no squeeze a da banana. If you squeeze a officer, please a squeeze a the coconut. Hey, please, no squeeze a the banana, because when you do that, the banana you make it flat. Hey, please, no squeeze a the banana. When you squeeze a the grape, you put him out of shape. You touch a this, you touch a that, you take me for a fool. You squeeze a this, you squeeze a that, why don't you squeeze it through? Oh, please, no squeeze a da banana. If you squeeze a officer, please a squeeze a the coconut. Squeeze a da banana, because when you do that, the banana you make it flat. Hey, please, no squeeze a da banana. When you make it a reach, you break 'em up at the peach. You touch a this, you push a that, you muss 'em up at a stand. You squeeze a this, you take a that, someday I break a you hand. Oh, please, no squeeze a da banana. If you squeeze a officer, please a squeeze a the coconut. Squeeze a the watermelon, but please no squeeze a da banana.
Please, no squeezer the banana, as performed by, once again, my first featured artist all the way from New Orleans, Louisiana, Lena Prima. And a shout out to Patrick, Frank, and Assad listening in here from their office building here in downtown New York City. And we come to the last and final track, a tune that Lena's very proud of, and those of you who are Italian, I'm sure you'll be very proud of it as well. Original composition entitled See That You're Born an Italian.
What produced the greatest singers? Frank Sinatra, Louis Prima, and Caruso. How about the painters and musicians? Michelangelo, Da Vinci, Donizetti, olive oil, and spaghetti. See that you're born an Italian. If you want your life to be great, see that you're born an Italiano and your life will be great. From the moment you're a small bambino, you eat pizza, you drink vino.
Then they make you roly-poly.
You get stuffed with ravioli. If your mama's a paisano, you will have the world on a plate. So see that you're born an Italiano and your life will be great. That's a nice. Built up with linguine.
Then to bring out your amore,
you get chicken cacciatore. When your mama's a paisano, you have got the world on a plate. So see that you're born an Italiano and your life will be great. See that you're born an Italian if you want your life to be great. See that you're born an Italiano and your life will be great. See that you're born an Italiano and your life will be great.
Okay, there you have 7 fabulous tracks from Lena Prima, my first featured artist, once again this afternoon, from her new CD entitled Familia, which means family, which will be commercially available in January. Once again, I got an advance copy from Lena and her husband, Tim Fahey, so to share with you, and I thank you guys for giving me that copy of that CD. And if you want to find out more about Lena Prima, where she's performing, you want to buy her CDs, etc., just go to Lena Prima's website, and you can check out where she's performing. She has some great merchandise, T-shirts, CDs, jewelry, etc. And while Jade, my engineer, is getting artist number 2 ready, just a reminder once again, you are on the air with DJ John Lombardi, the host of my music program, Lounging with Lombardi, which can be heard every Tuesday afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, broadcasting live from the greatest city in the world, New York, from City World Radio Network Studios. And if you want to get in touch with us, we love to hear from our listeners. Just send us an email through our Facebook page or from our website. If you have a product or service or a business and you want to advertise with us, by all means, send us an email. Your advertisement helps keep some of the prices down here, and we can bring you some great entertainment. And those of you who have Facebook, we encourage you to like our City World Radio Network Facebook page. I encourage you to like my Lounging with Lombardi Facebook page as well. And speaking about Facebook, if you want to friend me on Facebook, I'm very easy to find. I'm the John Lombardi with the headphones on. Okay, we continue with artist number 2. If you tuned in recently, you remember I was playing the music of Susie Arioli from Montreal, Canada. Because of the time constraints in the previous program, I was able to get all the music in. So once again, I'd like to share the remaining tracks of Susie Arioli and her partner Jordan Officer on guitar. First track from Susie, the classic, The Very Thought of You.
The very thought of you, and I forget to do the very ordinary things in life everyone ought to do. I'm living in a kind of daydream. I'm happy as a queen, and foolish though it may seem, to me that's everything. The mere idea of you, this longing here for you. You'll never know how slow the moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love. You'll never know how slow the moments go till I'm near to you. I see your face in every flower, your eyes in stars above. It's just the thought of you, the very thought of you, my love.
Okay, once again, we're picking up from a previous program, Susie Arioli on vocals and snare drum, and accompanied by Jordan Officer on guitar, The Very Thought of You. Next track from Susie, this was a tune written back in the 1940s by a Frenchman named Charles Trenet. It was entitled Le Maire. Then it was transcribed into English. It became a big hit for Bobby Darin. And this is Susie Arioli's rendition of the classic Beyond the Sea.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover skies on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, I know he's waiting for me. If I could fly way up high, then straight to his arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. It's far beyond the stars, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing.
Susie Arioli and Jordan Officer from Montreal, Canada. Great rendition of the classic Beyond the Sea. A shout out to Laura Ainsworth and her husband Pat, listening in all the way from Dallas, Texas this afternoon. Next track from Susie Arioli and Jordan Officer. This is entitled It's You or No One.
It's you or no one for me, I'm sure of this. Each time we kiss, now and forever, and when forever's done, you'll find you're still the one. Please don't say no to my plea, 'cause if you do, then I'm all through. There's this about you, my world's an empty world without you. It's you or no one for me. I'm sure of this. Each time we kiss, now and forever, and when forever's done, you'll find you're still the one. Please don't say no to my plea, 'cause if you do, then I'm all through. There's this about you, my world's an empty world without you. It's you or no one for me.
What a nice tune there. Susie Arioli, Jordan Officer, It's You or No One. And we have 3 more tracks left here from this CD, picking up from a previous program. The next one is entitled It Could Happen to You.
You go to my head and you linger like a haunting refrain, and I find you spinning round my brain like the bubbles in a glass of champagne. You go to my head like a cup of sparkling burgundy brew, and I find the very mention of you like the kicker in a julep or two. The thrill of the thought that you might give a thought to my plea casts a spell over me. Still I say to myself, get a hold of yourself. Can't you see this never can be? You go to my head with a smile that makes my temperature rise like a summer with 1,000 Julys. You intoxicate my soul with your eyes. This heart of mine hasn't a ghost of a chance in this crazy romance. You go to my head, you go to my head.
Okay, we had a little miscue there. That's You Go to My Head, as performed by Susie Arioli, with a shout out to Ken Slavin listening in from San Antonio, Texas this afternoon. And now the next track will be It Could Happen to You.
Hide your heart from sight, lock your dreams at night. It could happen to you. Don't count the stars or you may stumble. Someone drops a sigh and down you tumble. Keep an eye on spring, run when church bells ring. It could happen to you. All I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened to me. church bells ring, it could happen to you. All I did was wonder how your arms would be, and it happened to me.
Once again, all the way from Montreal, Canada, we're listening to Susie Arioli on vocals and snare drum, and accompanied by Jordan Officer on guitar. That was It Can Happen to You. And we come to the last and final track from Susie and Jordan, the classic More Than You Know.
More than you know, more than you know. Man of my heart, I love you so. Lately I find you're on my mind more than you know. Whether you're right, whether you're wrong, man of my heart, I'll string along more than I'd show, more than you'll ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but I can't live without it. Oh, how I'd cry, how I'd sigh, if you got tired and said goodbye, more than I'd show, more than you'll ever know. Loving you the way that I do, there's nothing I can do about it. Loving may be all you can give, but I can't live without it. Oh, how I'd cry, how I'd sigh, if you grew tired and said goodbye, more than I'd show, more than you'll ever know.
More Than You Know, as performed by, once again, Susie Arioli on vocals, snare drum, and Jordan Officer on guitar. And we picked up from a previous program where we were playing Susie's music, and because of the time constraints, we weren't able to get all the tracks in, so that concludes this particular CD. And let me give a shout out to Richard and Vivian, listening in all the way from Florida this afternoon. And Jay, the engineer, is getting